Hi guys.
Hello.
So today we're going to be doing our first cooking class, and it's going to be what?
Fried rice and Brussels sprouts.
Oh my gosh.
Friggin' tits.
So let's get started.
So today on our fried rice episode, we are going to be using our wok. Okay, wok, not as in with the legs, but in the pan. Okay.
Walk in the pan.
Walk in the pan. Come
Okay.
together,
Okay.
and we shall see the ingredients that we are using today. 3 eggs, 1 carrot, 2 green onions, 2 jalapenos because I like it spicy, mushrooms, and then I wanted to show you guys this with the leek. Okay, so the outsides of this leek is going to be really what you're using. The inside of this leek was kind of a little bit hard, so I'm not going to be using it, but just so you guys know, you can use this as a seasoning in your dish, and so it'll leak, pun intended, the flavor into the dish, but you don't have to eat it, okay? So you can pick it out just like a big piece of ginger or something in the dish, and so you're getting the flavor, but you're not getting this hard as a rock piece of whatever's. Okay?
Thank you for that. Ooh, Brussel sprouts.
We know how to read.
Woo! Okay, what else?
Next, for the ending, we've got cilantro. Okay, so we're going to be getting our vitamin Ks. Now, we're going to be using the rice maker Instapot. Okay, so I've got 3 cups of rice in here. And so I'm going to be using 2 cups of broth that we got from a... oh gosh, what was it? It was a roast the other day. We saved the broth, and so we can use that later, and then 2 cups of water.
Sweet. I can always speed this up too, I think. I need a stool.
Get it.
I need to get the stool. It's okay. I'll stand on my tippy toes for as long as I can. What is that? Oh, that's the leek still. Okay. Clearly, Corey knows how to cook, and I don't. So I'm going to be asking all the questions that someone who doesn't know how to cook would ask. Okay.
Might ask.
Yeah. Ooh. Look at that. Professional cut job.
Yeah, until I cut my finger off.
Yeah.
I'm going too fast.
Try to be cool and cut your finger off. Okay.
That's always fun. Right?
Did you say what kind of mushrooms these were?
These are just white bells. There's nothing special about them.
Well, well, I think they're special.
Oh, they're so special.
Oh, cute. And you're cutting them in 4s? Is that what you're doing?
Cut them in half and then in 3rds. But you're just trying to make symmetrical cuts. Okay, so they're trying to be about the same size. Okay.
Very nice.
So as long as it's roughly the same size, it'll all cook pretty even. So you'll be a little easier on yourself. So one piece isn't quite raw and the other one isn't, mush.
Correct.
Know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Focus.
For sure.
Focus. I always think the cutting is the most amazing part. I don't know why.
It's just kind of satisfying to watch. And when you start doing it, you get lost in it sometimes.
And that's how you lose a finger.
Well, yeah, for sure. Well...
What's the deal with these? Because isn't there something special with these?
Green onions?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
What's so special about a green onion?
You cut them a certain way.
No, I mean, yeah. You cut them in
It's special to me, okay.
You cut them in little dices, for sure.
I've done this once. Okay, go ahead.
This is how I cut my thumb off.
Oh. Because you go rapid fire. Oh, gosh.
The trick is to keep your hand as far away from it, the blade, as possible.
And go slow when you get towards the end. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I think that's amazing. We're gonna have 15 minutes of you cutting all these veggies.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun to watch.
Why is this your favorite meal, babe?
My mom has made this since I was a baby.
A wee child.
A wee baby. So it's just kind of always been my favorite dish. I'm not sure.
Like actually his favorite. Like he asks for it for his birthday every year.
Mm-hmm. This is OG fried rice.
This is like the only thing he wanted to show you guys. But it's so good. I kind of feel bad that you guys don't get to eat it after this.
Yeah, that's kind of part. Maybe someday. Maybe that can be like a
reward for a challenge. I almost dropped the wok.
Drop it like it's wok.
Oh my gosh, we're so weird. Okay, hurry up, babe, with these jalapenos. Okay, I'm gonna... What else do you have to cut?
The Brussel sprouts.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna stop it here. He's gonna cut the rest of the jalapeno and we'll come back. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is gonna be for the Brussels sprouts, okay? So we're gonna start the oven at 425. Okay? And we've got pans in here, so take our cast irons out.
The beloved cast iron.
Oh, they're my favorite. Favorite.
There's babies.
Still.
Okay, wait. He's cutting the onion.
Because I forgot to tell you that there's onion in it.
In the off time, we were like, oh, shoot.
Oh, wait. So, easiest way to process an onion, guys, is to cut the ends off. And once you have a flat surface to sit on, cut it in half, and then you can just peel off the outside. This is just way easier.
I've never seen it done like this, which is why I'm videoing it. I think it's cool.
For sure. And then for the dish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down parallel with the cut and cut this into thirds, and then I'm going to come down all the way across, okay?
Following the same line, right?
Kind of perpendicular, you know, and then come straight down with it. Okay, and you got a pretty good dice, about medium. Okay,
it's pretty good.
Nice and level, nice and easy, nice and symmetrical.
We like them even.
We like them. I like it.
It's a nice hand. Carrot time. The camera shakes and I laugh. Stop it.
Running out of counter space here, guys.
I know. It's very hard to video over your shoulder. Wow. Wow. Are we almost done with the ingredients?
No, I still got a lot of Brussels sprouts to cut.
Brussels sprouts. Okay, we'll come back for the Brussels sprouts. Pouring the water.
2 cups.
Into how much rice? 3?
3 cups.
And adding broth.
So a good note, you want about 2 cups of water per cup of rice. Okay? If you want it a little bit more concentrated, I go like 1 more cup of water. But I usually do a broth or like a coconut milk in my rice, just because that's a lot more fat. It's gonna absorb that, and it's gonna hold on to that flavor, and it's gonna help with creating a more complex flavor.
Perfect.
Strange.
Also, in the background, we have our yeast start and 2 kombuchas over there, which we're also going to do a video on, just so you know. Okay, and also look at our babies cuddling while we're trying to cook in the kitchen. So helpful.
The Instapot?
Yeah, what's the setting you're going to put it on?
Rice.
Okay. How long does it cook it for?
Like 10 minutes.
Okay. Jam?
Okay.
What are you doing with your leg? And cutting the Brussels sprout. So you're just cutting it in half. You're chopping the end and cutting it in half?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty easy.
And I try to keep most of the leaves unless it's like a gross one. Just because that's my favorite part. Because when this gets all crispy in the oven, they turn into like little potato chips.
Cute.
And so it's just kind of a nice, fun crunch that usually tastes pretty good. I don't think I've met anybody that doesn't like it.
A crunchy Brussels sprout.
A crunchy Brussels sprout chip. Because they're delicious.
It's pretty great. Okay, so I didn't like these before I met him, and yet again, he's made these like my favorite thing on the planet. So that's pretty cool.
Most people usually like things that are prepared well. So
ooh, shade.
As long as it's cooked in a decent way, usually peeps are gonna like it. It's unfortunate.
Hence, so if you haven't liked them in the past, I recommend trying it this way. Also, side note, those are my fish in the background, and I totally love them. They need names, so comment names. Are they cute? They're like in the background. So how many of these are you gonna do? Are you gonna do the whole bag?
I'm only going to do about half the bag, because this really only is about 4 servings in a bag, and so I'm just going to do half of it, and if there's leftovers, cool. If not,
This brings up a good point. How many servings do you feel like this meal makes total?
The rice, usually you can get about 4 or 5 servings out. Brussels sprouts, only gonna get about 2 or 3 servings, depending on like how much everybody's eating. But if not, you'll probably get like enough for 2 people, enough to decently feed 2 people.
Yeah, the Brussels sprouts are just for today, but we will have leftover fried rice.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
All right.
For sure. So I don't measure because I'm really irresponsible. Okay.
No, you do this for a living, so.
Okay, so I do about 2 tablespoons, and it's really just enough to coat it. You don't want to overcoat it, okay? So really hold tight with it, and
Ooh.
Organic, okay? Now the biggest thing with an olive oil, guys, that you're looking for is an expiration date. Now. Unfortunately, I showed you this and it doesn't have one. So, shame on me. But, make sure it's
Organic.
extra virgin olive oil, okay, guys? Olive oil is extremely important. It's one of the best or the worst factors of unhealthy and high cholesterol or bad cholesterol factors, okay? So please don't skimp out on either your coconut oil or your olive oil, okay? So please, cool beans. Also, next.
You're making me shake. Okay, stop. Okay.
Salting.
Ooh.
Just
That was about.
If you want to measure it out, it's probably better about a tablespoon. Okay, but like she said, I do this for a living. I do this every day.
So.
I know.
If you're wanting exact measurements, I'm sorry. He measures it in his hand though, with guesstimationals.
It's pretty spot on. I've measured it out, and I can get about a tablespoon, a teaspoon, and about everything in between pretty close with just my hand.
It's pretty cool. Also, note the red plaid pajamas. It's dinner time, what can I say? And we are throwing the Brussels sprouts. Is that what we're doing?
If you want to look, I mean, it's really just trying to coat it as much as possible. Get every piece nice and even, okay? So the olive oil is spread out, the salt is spread out as much as possible, and everything is coated and even as possible, okay?
Or if you're like me and afraid to toss it, you can use a spoon.
You just gotta get in there.
Yes.
And then because I already oiled these, ooh, that's too hot.
It's a new stove. We're still figuring it out.
Because I already oiled them, I don't need to oil the pan. Or if you want, you can use aluminum foil. But I like it better in the pan. When you season the pan well, it actually brings more flavor into the Brussels sprouts or whatever it is you might be cooking. Okay? So try not to use aluminum foil, but if you have to,
So basically, we don't wash it severely every time? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I treat it just like a cast iron, to where if you don't use soap, but you clean it really well, you scrub it down really well, and then I skimp out on washing it most of the time just because I feel like it does give more flavor to it.
It really does. Like, I was freaked out at first, like, you don't wash your pans, but it really does help.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So here we go, everybody.
The wok. Okay.
This one we're going to give about 4 tablespoons of oil, okay?
Guesstimation.
Pan was hot, okay? So we're waiting until the pan is already smoky hot. Wait for the oil to get as hot as you can.
It was preheated. We didn't video that.
Preheated. And then toss everything in.
Beautiful.
Except the green onions.
Note.
No green onions.
Those stay out. And why is that?
Because green onions are super small and very fine. The flavor is going to be released and they're going to wilt faster than everything else. And so if you want that green onion flavor and to be able to have that as a part of the flavor complex, then put it in later, just so that they're not already dead and wilted.
Look at that, it's so fancy. Salting. Noting. Salting.
Just a good crack of pepper too. With both of these, you don't have to overdo it, just because I like to season as I go, and almost at every step, just because then you do a little at a time. You're never actually just dumping some in, and you don't do too much, and it develops the flavor. When you put salt in first too, like that, it actually helps it cook, okay? Because what salt does, or sodium nitrate does, is it pulls the moisture out of the food, and so it helps with cooking it down. Okay? Next, your utensil, wooden spoon, okay? Because you can keep it at a high heat, and you won't wreck the utensil, but also you can scrape the bottom, okay?
Right. We do have to scrape the bottom. Oh no! It's so pretty already. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was not on the floor. What are we getting? Ooh.
Okay. Seasoning.
Okay, hold on. I gotta step back.
Oh, here, just come over here.
Oh, smart. Okay. Watch out.
So for our fried rice, I don't use a whole lot of flavoring. A little bit of oyster flavored sauce is awesome. Fish sauce, because fish sauce has umami, which is actually a style of taste. And so that is, it helps create a flavor complex or flavor profile. And then instead of soy sauce, we do coconut aminos. It's pretty darn close if you ask me, because this is the first bottle that I've actually ever had, because I like soy sauce. But Jess turned me on to these, and it's pretty close. So, I mean, why not?
If you're trying to have less soy, that's what I would do.
Soy is a good thing to avoid, for sure. I mean, it's really not that amazing unless you have an incredible quality of soy sauce, which takes about a year to 10 years to ferment, just because real soy sauce is a fermented food, and is extremely healthy for you, but the soy sauce that you usually find in the grocery store hasn't been fermented for very long, and it's just really high in sodium, and it's not great for you. So,
thank you. Perfect.
Great.
Okay, what's next?
Next. Wait.
Okay, we'll come back.
Well, you have to wait.
Waiting. About how long?
So what you're looking for in the vegetables, and you can already kind of see it a little bit. The onions itself are getting a little bit transparent. The carrots are getting a little bit soft, but not too much. And I'm stirring this a little bit too much, but depending on how you want your vegetables, whether you want them to have kind of a crispy coating on the outside, don't stir as much. Or if you want them to just kind of soften, stir them regularly to be able to help create a heat surface on all sides. Okay?
We're also only on medium heat. For future reference. Precisely. Alright, we'll come back. Wait. Okay, we're looking.
So if you're going to look, my onions are all transparent. My mushrooms are soft enough to be able to squish, and my carrots are just soft enough to where they'll have a little bit of a bite, but not too much. This is when I want to put my green onions in. Okay?
Noted.
This is going to be when you'll get most of the flavor out of the green onion, and then it won't be completely toasted, okay? Just because that's going to cook faster than anything else, okay? And I want to keep the flavor and keep the fiber of the green onion still intact, okay?
Sorry, he's a loud banger with the spoon.
Okay, so when you start to get a good crisp on all of your ingredients, okay, and it starts to get hot enough to where you have to constantly stir it before it burns, okay? Not necessarily burns, but gets too warm. This is when you want to cool it down a little bit. Put in your soy sauce, okay? Now, this isn't an exact measurement, but you're looking for enough to be able to stop the bubble, okay? So as soon as you have enough to stop the bubbling, it can come up to a boil. See, because if you want to look, the entirety of it isn't boiling, but the outsides of it where the pan is hottest is going to be bubbling, and you can't really stop that. Fish oil, I do a good decent amount, whether it be 2 or 3 tablespoons, okay?
I didn't even know you added that.
Oh, every time.
I didn't even know it. So you don't taste the flavor of the fish, obviously.
It stinks a little bit, and it's a little different to get used to, but it's a very complex flavor, guys, and it really adds to the dish itself. So it gives a little bit of a vinegary taste to help balance out the salty, like sour, sweet and sour type of thing, salty and sour, whatever you want to call it.
Do you want to?
That beeper was just the rice, and we are just about to put the rice in. Over here and look down at it.
Okay.
Don't.
Scrambling the eggs. This is our protein source. Wow, look at that. Whipping it. Also, the smoke alarms just went off in the house, and we had to turn the fan on. So, sorry. It's a lot of whipping. Wow.
You want it to be light, smooth, even. Okay? And then if you want to look at this, that's my favorite part.
It's so steamy, I can barely see it. Wow. That is pretty. I'm learning so much videoing this, by the way. Alright, are we adding the rice now?
No, because I can't get it open.
Oh.
There's still too much pressure.
And we're holding. And holding.
In the meantime, let's check on our...
Oh yeah, the Brussels sprouts. We almost forgot about. And they should be in there for about how long?
About 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven. But keep an eye on them. That's just the best way. Keep it nice and just...
You give them a shimmy shake, check them.
And we're looking for that good coloring, nice and crispy.
Those are the crispies.
Okay, if you need a flip, give it a flip.
Nice.
You want that crispy edge, put them all face down.
Oh my gosh, so pretty.
Tasty.
Woo! Good job, babe. It's amazing. Look at that. Wow.
See, and now that all of the water in the soy sauce is just evaporated, you can see that the sauce has started to condense. That's what you really want. That's what you're really looking for. You want that flavor to condense as much as you can. Now, this is kind of rough, and this is where I want to turn the heat down and really control it, because if you get that too far, you're going to get burnt, and you don't want it to burn. Okay, so whether you lift the pan up or just turn the heat down, you want it to be nice and controlled.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Nice and soft glaze. It's nice and smooth and creamy.
Oh my gosh.
Sons of bitches.
Hey.
This is how you taste it.
We had another jumper. Alright, are we... Steamy. It's all sorts of steamy in here. Are you just adding all of the rice?
I usually don't. I keep some left over just because there's usually not enough. Where is this?
Can't find proper utensil. Oh. We just moved, so, I mean, what do you expect? Alright. Whoa. Oh. Alright. Unprofessional photographer, videographer person. I'm trying. Nice. So how much do you think that is, Ish?
I would say that's about 3 cups.
3 cups.
Of cooked rice.
And this is basmati?
This is basmati. Yes.
Basmati, sorry. Didn't say it with enough emphasis. Alright.
Well, if you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable,
okay.
Nobody knows what you mean. And if you wanted protein in this, guys, if you wanted to do your chicken, you can bake the chicken off and then just add it in right now when everything is being combined. Or if you wanted to, you could also egg wash and flour your chicken and then fry it in the cast iron, and you can use that as a flavoring base for your fried rice.
Do you think we can turn the fan off?
Hopefully.
It's just very loud. Okay. Woo! Add chicken if you want. Was the gist of that if you couldn't hear it.
Yeah. If nobody knows.
Okay, so now we are pushing everything to the side so we can add the eggs, correct?
Correct.
Woo! I did something right today. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to turn the heat on to pretty low. I have it, I mean, it's numbers, but it's about a 3. Okay? Keeping everything off to the sides as much as you can so you have as much surface area to cook the eggs.
Nice.
Good enough.
And we're adding the egg.
Ooh.
3 eggs. Oh gosh. Straight in.
Now, don't worry if the egg sticks to the bottom. The egg always sticks to the bottom. Okay?
See, that would stress me out.
And it's a bitch. It sucks. Every time. But it works. It's fine.
Nice. All right, we'll come back. All right, the smoke alarm is off.
This is where the spoon comes in handy, guys. You can scrape the bottom of it. Be patient. Let the egg cook. Because if you stir everything in too soon, then the egg just kind of gets mushed in with everything, and you never really have a substantial egg. So let it cook. Be patient. Things get mixed in.
And we took the Brussel sprouts out also.
If you want to go look.
Alright, let's go look. Ooh. Pretty. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Alright, now we are mixing everybody together.
Power off and done.
Dun, 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 dun.
So there you go, guys. Dinner is done. Whether you season it from here is up to you with any sriracha or sambal, hot sauce. Try and limit the salt, but bon appetit, guys.
We added sprouts and a half of an avocado.
Let me know how it is. Enjoy.
And leave comments below of things you would like us to do next.
Any requests, let us know.
Yeah. Alright, thanks guys.
Bye.